Yo, what is up ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys the top 5 quirks in Boku no Roblox. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and join my Discord server that's going to be in the description down below. To begin, it's important to know that it's completely normal for you or other people to disagree with me because everybody has their opinions. However, I would like to make it clear that 1. I have been playing this game for a few years, so I probably know what I'm saying, and 2. I asked the best player in the game about his opinions. Our opinions were pretty similar. Not to mention, I spent a very long time brainstorming and thinking which quirk to put and where because there are so many good quirks and it was really hard picking. And these quirks will be rated on their overall performance. For example, even the Dark Shadow and All For One are most likely the best PvP quirks. Dark Shadow is pretty average at grinding and All For One isn't the best at raids. So as I said, we'll be rating everything based on their overall performance in the game. Lastly, I wanted to say that I'll be starting from number 5 and I'll slowly move on to the number 1 quirk. Without further ado, let's get right into it. At number 5 we have Dark Shadow. Dark Shadow is at number 5 for some very specific reasons which I will mention in a second. However, I would like to say that Dark Shadow's Z and F forms offer great damage buffs and they make you super tanky as well. You can combo with Dark Shadow, which is one of the things that make it really good, and the Z and F forms give you great mobility too. The reason Dark Shadow is in this list because it is really good for PvP as well as raids. For PvP, many of the top 10 best PvPers use Dark Shadow. You can even pair it with any gadget to make it even better. For raids, because Dark Shadow makes you tanky, it is excellent for raids. Definitely one of the best quirks for raids. Heck, I even know a guy who did a wave 40 raid with Dark Shadow while being only level 10,000. That's crazy. The only flaw to using this quirk is that it is pretty hard to use, so you will need to practice to get good at it. Alrighty, so at number 4 there is Deku's One For All. So to begin, I don't have 50,000 fame so I couldn't get gameplay on the quirk, but I'll just put a montage of Deku in the background, so hopefully that'll be enough. Okay, so for the quirk, it's kind of like the normal One For All, but it's a bit worse. You need 50,000 fame and at least level 5,000 to unlock it, so that's a shame, but it's honestly a great quirk overall. It has short cooldowns, which make up for its below average damage, very long range moves, which you can also spam, thus creating comboing potential, and an F form which boosts your damage as well as your speed and jump height. The quirk is great for raids and grinding. It's decent for PvP, but a lot of good PvPers can easily counter the quirk, and that's because of its slow moves, and not to mention, it's very popular between players all around the game. Every day whenever I log in, I always see low level players and high level players having Deku's One For All. Yeah, it's pretty popular. Alrighty, so Explosion is number 3 at the list because of many reasons. I actually mained Explosion for a long time and it was a great quirk. It has long range, high damaging moves, low cooldown, and an excellent V move. The F form actually boosts your damage, so that's good, but it's a shame it doesn't buff your speed and jump height. Explosion is excellent for anything you want to do. Many elite PvPers use Explosion too. I was able to solo a wave 40 villain raid with Explosion, and I'm sure it can be used for grinding because of its large area of effect moves as well as its comboing potential. The only reason this quirk is ranked at number 3 and not any higher is because 1, it's kind of laggy, like really laggy, and number 2, because the area of effect and the range of Explosion is so good, it kinda blinds you when you use a move, so you might lose track of your opponent and all. Number 3, and the biggest reason, the F form doesn't buff your speed and jump height, so the mobility isn't the greatest, but overall it's a powerful quirk. Tomorrow All For One ranks at number 2 at the list because of how good it is at everything overall. Whether you're looking to PvP, do raids, or even grind bosses, it can do all. Its F form offers great mobility as well as excellent buffs to your damage and durability. Its moves are long range and do overtime damage. Not only that, but if you touch an enemy while in your F form, you do a lot of damage, so that might help with lower level NPCs, especially in raids. It goes well with any gadget too. Make sure to know that Tomorrow All For One also does a surprising amount of damage. The only flaw to this quirk, however, is that sometimes it's hard to hit your moves, especially with something like the X move. But overall, this quirk is a better version of All For One, of course, because you need decay and negative 50,000 fame to get All For One. You just have to go to the doctor and boom, right there you get it, and it's a mythic quirk just like Deku's One For All or Dofa. Number 1, we have one for all. The quirk got really good after all the buffs and nerfs recently. It offers excellent mobility, long range, high damaging moves, good knockback, as well as moves that stun the opponent. You should also note that you can combo with one for all, and this goes incredibly well with one for all's terrific mobility. You can combo an opponent dealing hundreds of thousands of damage if you're a max level. Then right after, you can run and jump around while blocking, which makes it a very effective quirk. Not only that, but one for all is also very relevant for lower level players. I always see players perhaps around the level 2000 and above range always using one for all and grinding with the one for all. Believe it or not, I can easily solo away 40 villain raid with one for all. That's just how strong it is, and honestly it is overall an amazing quirk, which is the reason that I put it in number 1. I mean, honestly, I think that this is the best overall quirk in the game because it's basically good at everything and I couldn't really think of any flaws for it. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the end of the video. I hope that we can all be respectful and civil in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel because I would be greatly appreciated. And if you would like to support me even more, feel free to join my Discord server so you can talk to me and play with me. The link would be in the description down below. Other than that, I'll see you ladies and gentlemen in the next one.